Hey everyone, this is Austin Schur here with We Write About Music, and today I am speaking with Emmanuel. He has just released a fantastic new single called Conversations, and I'm super excited to talk to him all about it. Emmanuel, I want to thank you so much for coming on today. How are you doing?
Man, I'm doing. I gotta tell you, I'm doing
Yeah,
really, really good. Yeah. Surprisingly enough, it's been like the last couple weeks here. The weather has been just rainy and gray all the time, but
yeah, I was gonna say you're in the
it's
depths
sunnier.
of winter, right?
Yeah, exactly. And Berlin has this weird winter, so we don't really get snow. We just get
Oh,
like it's just gray. The sky is gray all the time,
I feel
and
like
it rains.
I'd rather have snow than
Yeah.
dirty gray rain, but I
Well,
have not been to Berlin, so I will go
yeah.
when it is nice and sunny outside, hopefully.
Yeah. Summer here is so different, man. It's like there are two cities. In the winter, it's gray, and seasonal depression just hits you like a wrecking ball. But
Yeah, that's good for writing
and
music, right?
yeah,
Sometimes.
exactly. That's
Exactly.
that's. I guess
Totally.
that's why I ended up putting out this single that I did right now. Yeah, it's a
I
perfect
get
time to
it.
make music.
Well, let's get into it. The single is called Conversations, and the first thing I really want to know about is what is it all about? What does this song mean to you?
This song is actually about dealing with my anxiety and that inner inner critic that we all have inside us.
Sure.
I think everybody has it, that person that's always talking to you, telling you, I don't know why you're wearing that, why you going out looking like this, why are you trying to, why are you
Sure.
trying to be a musician, you're not good at it. Even,
Yeah.
in terms of just relationships, where you're like sitting there, home by yourself, and you're like, this person doesn't really like you. and
Yep.
and so yeah, this whole entire song was just built around that. For the last like 2 3 years, I've been dealing with like anxiety a lot, and really like crazy amounts of anxiety, and this whole like
Yeah.
inner critic that I've had. That was when I was younger. I always think back to it, and I didn't really pay any attention to it. And I think maybe it's also part of getting older and feeling like time is getting shorter for you, that you have to get so many things done
It's true,
that
man. We all have this pressure on us, and it feels like it's always building over time to get things done and accomplish this by this age. And it's
yeah,
difficult to take a step back and be like, no, I'm at my own pace. But you're
yeah,
consistently comparing yourself to others who are, deemed more successful than you. It's a
exactly.
nonstop like treadmill of just never-ending anxiety. And not to mention the world is absolutely crazy. So
Yeah.
that could help with the anxiety, or not help, I guess, hurt the anxiety. But um, yeah, thank you for telling me all about it. I could pretty much tell that from the lyricism. You're a great songwriter as well.
Thank you.
What I
Thank
really
you very
want to
much.
know, yeah, you're welcome, man. I want to know about the production because you managed to hit on so many different genres, but blend them so evenly into this song. So,
Yeah.
is it all you making these songs from start to finish? Do you have any outside help putting them together?
So whenever it comes to the instrumentals, I actually don't create the instrumentals.
Okay,
It's something that I used to do, but I never felt that I was good enough. The inner critic again.
that's
Uh,
okay, man.
and it just took too much time, because whenever it comes to music, I'm so much of a perfectionist that I was like, I would just focus so much on getting the instrumental perfect that I didn't even do that.
I understand.
So I never even got
I get
I
it.
never got past the instrumentals.
Yeah,
So I usually actually I spend usually daily. I just go on like BeatStars, and I
sure.
think it's SoundClick, and I just like go through instrumentals a lot. And sometimes I think this one I had actually downloaded like a while ago, maybe like a
Oh,
year
damn.
or something ago. And sometimes I ended up going back through stuff that I have on my phone, and it just I just started messing around with it, and the first thing that actually came out with was that whole like first line. And I think it was just because I was trying to just get the anxiety out of me. But yeah, so whenever it comes to doing the songs, I really spend a lot of time finding instrumentals, and
Sure.
then after I find the instrumentals, then I write, and it's basically I gauge it like this: if I start writing the song and I feel myself just flowing, basically where it's just like I can't
Totally.
stop writing, then I know that this is a song for me to work on at that time. And that's kind of like how that song ended up being. And then I wrote the entire thing myself. I do the whole mixing, mastering all on my own.
Damn,
Um,
nice.
yeah,
See,
yeah,
listen, you
and
can't be good at everything, especially someone who's like on the come up and is, making a name for themselves.
yeah,
Listen, 10 years down the road, you can start to figure out production. But production
yeah,
is like speaking another language. You're not going to get
yeah,
it overnight. It's like a
yeah,
science. It really is. Figuring
yeah,
out what to do. And so listen, you've got the songwriting, you've obviously got the sound that you want to hear.
yeah,
So, I mean, I think you're in a great spot at this point. If you can't make your own
yeah,
beat, it's not the end of the world.
yeah,
So
yeah,
I think you're
exactly,
good. I think you're
exactly.
good. Damn, man, that's
Yeah,
really cool. Yeah, and for everyone that hasn't listened to the song, you'll understand once you click the play button. But it really is like a fun track, but it's also laid back at the same time. Like it's something that you
yeah,
kind of relax to, but you could also, find some energy in it.
yeah,
Nice. Now
yeah.
going forward, you've released a fair amount of songs at this point. Are you looking to experiment within your sound? Do you want to try like any like off the rails type things? Do you have any ideas where you want to take it?
Yeah, actually, so
Yeah.
so this song is actually the first song from this upcoming album that I'm going to be releasing, um,
Nice. Okay.
called Caesura. And so Caesura in music is basically the pause symbol, and then
Cool.
also in literature, it's the break between this like pause between two different points in this changeover. So this album actually is kind of experimenting with different sounds. So there's some tracks that are like that have a lo-fi feel to it. There's some songs that have like this like lavish 19 I one of my favorite tracks, it's called Murcielago, but
Okay.
it has this 19 like 70s style R&B, really rich sounding instrumental to it. Because I love pop music.
Sure.
I grew up on pop
Yeah,
music
man.
actually. Like all my first CDs and everything were pop music, pop bands, because my dad I was a preacher's son, so I had to listen to very clean
There
music.
you go.
Um so like pop music has always been in me, and the thing is I really wanted to kind of like experiment and really get away from just too mainstream of sounds. But mm, I think whenever it comes to this, I think it just really depends on if I'm able to really start working more on like my own instrumentals. But
Totally.
I'm really a lot into jazz, a lot into alternative R&B, neo soul, and I want to mix like jazz, neo soul, pop, and hip hop all into one big ball and see what I can create that way. Yeah,
You're well on the way. It's gonna take
yeah,
time, but like you're still in the stage of really like honing in your sound. And you can do
yeah,
whatever you want. You got to do what makes you happy, I think, at the end of
yeah,
the day.
yeah.
So how long have you been making music for?
So I've been playing music for 20 years. Um,
Damn.
so I
Okay.
I started when I was young, like I started playing the clarinet when I
Sure.
was in like fifth grade, and I was in the band, and then from the band I went to choir in high school, and
Nice.
then I joined a band when I was actually in high school, a punk rock band, funny enough.
Hell yeah. There you go. No, it
um,
expands your taste.
Exactly,
Yeah.
exactly. And then from there, I went to college, and
Okay.
our band split up, and so I was by myself. And really, that's where I started experimenting with my own type of sound. But really seriously now, like where I've taken it serious, it
Yeah.
has only been over the last year when I've actually had the time to really sit down and like focus and be like, I'm putting
Sure.
music out, I'm spending time writing music. So, but I guess I had a lot of time to kind of like practice and get good at
Right.
rapping and understand how songs are put together.
Sure. Okay, so then what was the thing that made you take it from like a casual, I like listening and playing music to actually recording a song? Was there one specific thing or was it like a series of small things that led to it?
Well, no, I mean, because I mean, I've recorded music for like a long time actually. I've been
Okay,
recording songs, but they were all just like, songs to just kind of like put out there.
I understand.
But songs like when I really was like, I want to put this music out there on Spotify for people to hear. Um, I have to say that was like maybe about 2 years ago.
Okay.
I put out a song called Guidance. And actually, I recorded this entire song. It's on my Spotify. Recorded the entire song on my cell phone.
Get ahead of here. See, that's the
yeah,
technology we're dealing with these days. You can do
yeah,
anything anywhere. I love that
yeah, yeah,
actually. Damn, that's really
yeah.
cool. Okay, so then now that you've been doing this for, what seems like a long time, is there something that you look forward to in the process the most? Whether it be like thinking about the song or actually getting in there and recording it? Like what excites you the most about the entire process?
What excites me the most about the entire process is
Yeah.
thinking is honestly imagining what could be after I put it out. So like whenever I'm writing it,
Uh,
I really like to think about like the cinematic effect of like,
totally.
okay, this is a song that I've written. What would the video look like? What will the artwork look like? How can I promote it? Like all those things. Because funny
Yeah.
enough, once I put the songs out, I promise you, I hardly ever listen to my music once it's out there. It's
No,
like,
I understand. I fully understand that. Honestly, I mean, like, I don't want to give away what you do in your day-to-day life, but
yeah,
it kind of seems like on the analyst side, like it's the forward thinking of you. Like it's
yeah,
literally you analyzing like the path and the steps to take and what to do. I love that
yeah.
because like I'm definitely like I went to school for business and marketing and this and that.
Okay,
I
so
love
you
doing
know
this.
exactly
Yeah.
then.
But it's all about, no, it really is like, I don't think that people who consume music realize that it's not just making music and posting it on your social media. Like,
Yeah,
there's an entire business behind it.
yeah,
And I don't know. I mean, the only people that really deal with that are the people that are making music. So it's just like there's so many hidden steps that no one
yeah,
tells you. So
yeah.
it's quite the process. Now, are you playing shows, or if you're not, is that something that you want to do?
Yeah, I really would love to. I'm
Okay,
not playing any shows right now,
sure.
obviously, because Germany is very, very strict on their rules, like with the corona and
Yeah, yeah,
lockdown
yeah.
and
Of
things like
course.
this. And so one of the things that I really want to do is do some open mics. So
There
I
you
played the
go.
guitar.
There you go.
Yeah, I played the guitar. And so I have a few songs that I wrote on the acoustic guitar that I can just like go out and play. And I think
Sure.
that's one of the things that I would like to do just so people get an idea of me as an artist, and then they can go from there, listen to my other music and be like, oh, okay.
I fully agree, man. I mean, are you one to have stage fright? Like, do you think that you would get scared getting up there?
Well, so in my band, I did play in the band, and I'll tell you,
Okay.
yeah, you get stage fright. You get
Yeah,
you you get it.
for
It's like
sure.
impossible,
No,
man.
I
I
know.
I still remember one time we played a show, and it was like the biggest show that we played. And I think we were
Sure.
like in front of like 300 people, and I'm
That's
standing there on stage, and you look out, and I remember my knees were just like
like, oh,
shaking
this
like
is
this.
very real.
And the guitar pick is in my hand shaking like this. And I remember right
Yeah,
before I strummed that first note and started singing, man, it's just like a flame in your chest from all the adrenaline. But
totally. Oh man,
afterwards,
that's
man,
terrifying.
it's so
Right.
amazing how it feels afterwards. And that's
No.
the thing is I don't think I just look forward to that, like that rush, that high that you get when
Yeah,
you get
man.
done and you're like, I had a good set. So
Yeah.
yeah.
No, it's a shot of adrenaline that can't be recreated in like any other scenario. The
Yeah.
nerves and then just the immediate greatness of it. No, I understand. But it's got to be a different scenario because in this situation, you'd be performing by yourself as
Yeah.
opposed to having a band, which I mean, I don't want to put more pressure on you, but that seems like the scarier option is getting up there by
Hey,
yourself.
so I've actually done this once in college.
Okay.
I did an open mic when I was
Okay.
in college, and the problem was though, this open mic they kind of like didn't really expect people to bring like music to play in the background. So
Oh.
I tried to. It's basically like guitar or
Oh,
like
got it, got it, got it.
spoken word, yeah. And so whenever I came to there, I had them play the music, and I could not hear on the monitors myself singing.
Yeah,
And
Yeah.
I bombed so bad. It was terrible. As soon as I got done, I knew it. I got off stage and I just like left because I was just like, oh,
Jeez.
this is terrible. And after that, man, I tell you, I did have like I was really, really nervous about the idea of performing for like a good 2 or 3 years. And I think maybe that's
Yeah.
also what put a little bit of like a pause on me trying to pursue music by myself a little
It
bit
makes
more.
sense. No, that's like real trauma. It's
Yeah.
like, I mean, it doesn't matter what sort of art you're getting up there and doing. It could be, yeah, it could be just, playing on a guitar or spoken word, or even like being a stand-up comedian. Like you
Yeah.
bomb once and you feel it in you. You're
Yeah.
like, that was not good. And people know
Yeah.
that wasn't good. So it's okay,
Yeah.
man. We're gonna think towards a positive future. You're gonna get up there, it's gonna go great. It's gonna be no hiccups, all good. um yeah. So okay, so we are still at the, I would say we're at the beginning of the year. So
Yeah.
I want to know, what are some goals that you've set for yourself for the rest of this year? Doesn't even have to be musical, it can just be like, how are you bettering yourself in 2022?
Oh man. So like one of the things personally is I'm just really focusing a lot on self-reflection and dealing with like I kind of like have I would say a life coach that I
Okay,
have that I go
cool,
ahead and I spend some time that I talk to maybe every 2 weeks. And
nice.
so just doing a lot of things to just make sure that mentally I'm healthy. I feel like especially as men, um in the United States, especially, taking care of your mental health is just a thing that you're not supposed to do.
Dude,
And
yeah, it's rough. No, for
and
real.
so I've learned really during this time that like taking care of yourself, your mental health as a man is really something that you should do. And so that is like my biggest goal is just to make sure that I'm mentally healthy and happy.
Good.
And then secondary is to really grow in this music. My dream is to become a professional songwriter more than actually to be an artist, is to be a professional songwriter
I
and
love
write
that.
songs from the start for the big names. And so I'm hoping by the end of this year that I will at least break out into having sold at least, I want to sell at least 3 to 4 songs by the end of this year. That's a
Beautiful.
huge goal for me.
I think those are lofty but attainable goals by the end of the year. And I want to touch on the mental health thing. You can almost thank the internet for making it more acceptable for people of all ages and genders to work on themselves, because it all,
Yeah.
like you talk to your parents who are like, oh, that's not real and you're fine, just get over it. Like, no, man, we're living in ridiculous times. I can't say that enough. And we all need
Yeah.
to check ourselves at
Yeah.
all times. Emmanuel, I've got one more question for you at this point, and it's how I like to wrap these up.
Yeah.
Basically, the question for you is, for the person that is going to discover you from this, and for the person that's going to listen to your music for the first time, what is an opening message that you'd like to say to them?
Uh, I would like to say that my music is meant to be taken and seen as, I'm not trying to present some crazy fake persona. I'm not trying to be somebody who is, flashing chains or anything like this. This is real.
Yeah.
It is basically my journal entry. So everything that you hear is real, and I really try to take an empathetic side and understand what people go through. And I hope that people are able to listen to my songs and relate to them, really.
I think that's a fantastic answer and a perfect ending for this. Emmanuel, I want to thank you so much for your time. This has been a fantastic conversation. I also want to plug your music one more time. The song is called Conversations. His name is Emmanuel, but it's not spelled like you think. It's Imvnyel. And we're going to have links to everything so people can check it out. But man, thank you so much for your time. I'm really happy we can make this work with the time change.
Yeah, man. Thanks for having me. I hope that we can do this again. It was awesome.
Absolutely, man. And if I'm ever in Berlin, which is a real possibility, I will say what's up. And if you're ever in
Absolutely.
LA, please, I'll come and I'll take you out and we'll have a great time.
Oh, that'd be perfect, man. Yeah.
Cool, man. Take care. Have
Take
a
it
nice
easy,
rest
man.
of your night. Bye bye.
Hey, have a good one.